Welcome back to the Springs Radio Real Estate Show. I'm Cheryl Garlock with Colorado Front Range Properties, your host each and every other week. No, not every other week, every week. That's right, you guys. Caught myself on that one there, didn't I? Hey, my guest today is Renee Rawlings with Cornerstone Home Lending. And you know this show, yes, this show is a show all about residential real estate. So, you know, if you're buying a home or you're selling a home or you're thinking about investing, you know, investing is always a great deal. This is the place you want to tune into. And if you've got questions, yes, of course. I know who can answer those, right? Don't I, Renee?
Yes.
Yeah. 321-7600. 719-321-7600. Call me. I will help you answer those things. She's just sitting there laughing at me and giggling there. Renee, you have an exciting new program to tell everybody about.
I do. Chaffa and Fannie Mae did it again.
Wow. I got to tell you guys something. This is really special. This is important because, you know, towards the tail end of last year, Renee, we were having some ruffled feathers in the lending industry as far as what the government was, more the quasi-government was kind of going to do for us or not do for us, you know, so to speak here. But they have made financing easier in certain respects, harder in some ways for certain qualifying criteria, but for those who can qualify, easier to get in. And these are a couple of those such programs. Tell everyone what CHFA stands for. Colorado Housing Finance Authority. See, you know what? She's just not used to those long words that go with that. So it's Colorado Housing Finance Authority, right?
Yes.
Okay. You just didn't.
I'm sitting here listening to you and I'm not even paying attention to the questions here.
Well, I'm going to focus you here, so that will be good. So let's talk a little bit about the CHFA and this great program that it has to offer, because it really helps a lot of first-time buyers, right? Like if you're not a veteran and you don't have a whole lot of money down, CHFA is an excellent way to get in. Can you still get in with CHFA with as little as $1,000 out of pocket?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, wow. I'm telling you, if you're thinking about renting and you have reasonable credit, okay, you owe it to yourselves to ask Renee or me, you know, about possibly being a buyer in this market. We're going to talk more about that too later on in the show here. So tell us a little bit more about how they've made this easier.
Well, you know, we've got our government programs such as FHA.
Yeah.
And it has upfront mortgage insurance premium, and it also has a more expensive monthly mortgage insurance premium.
Right.
And a lot of times when you have a lot of those expenses, you're really taken away from the home that you can afford.
Yeah.
You know, your payments are a lot more, so it's less house.
Yes.
And I think that I think everyone's in agreement that we'd love to see the housing prices go up. Well, how can you afford more home if you're paying so much into all of these fees?
Yes, exactly.
So we understand first-time home buyers, sometimes they have lower scores because they haven't established a lot of credit.
Right.
It doesn't mean that they're bad borrowers.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
So you got to find that happy medium. And that's where CHFA and Fannie Mae have done it again this year.
Well, so tell us what CHFA's actually done here to help them.
They came out with a program just on the 10th of this month called CHFA Preferred.
Okay.
It allows a lower FICO score of 620.
Oh, that is good.
But guess what? It only requires 3% down.
Yes.
Okay, so you can get down payment assistance to cover the 3%. I think that'll fit in with the question that you asked, is a little bit of $1,000.
Yes, absolutely.
It does have mortgage insurance, but this mortgage insurance is going to be based on the percentage that Fannie Mae would use,
Oh, that's good.
not the percentage that FHA uses.
Oh, because those are lower percentages, so that means it controls the payment even more.
Exactly.
That's
exactly. And then the other benefit too is that the mortgage insurance will fall off.
It will fall off.
Yes.
Oh, that's huge. That's a huge deal there, because FHA, on regular FHA, it never falls off.
They changed it so it does not fall off.
Right. Yeah. You know, years and years and years ago, that used to fall off.
It did. 5 years and 78%. It
Right.
had to be both.
Right. But this is great for CHFA there, because again, this is something that you as a borrower or home buyer can actually look forward to as far as getting it. How about those rates for the CHFA? Are they about the same as the FHA rates? I mean, because those are pretty competitive.
They're very, very competitive. There are different programs, so those rates are going to vary, and it is going to be based on the market.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at them and compare them, they're all fantastic.
That's great. Now, what's Fannie Mae done? You mentioned Fannie Mae. Have they done something else in addition to this, or is that what their contribution was?
That's what their contribution is, but they had also come out with a product last year that was called Chaffa Advantage that Fannie Mae stepped in with that one too. So that's why I say again. Because that was such a great product that's still out for us with 3% down, no MI.
Oh, wow. That one is still available.
It is still available. It's a higher FICO score.
Yes.
Okay.
You
can still get down payment assistance. But this one is going to be more geared toward the first-time home buyer and help them to afford more home.
Wow, I tell you what, Renee, I can't tell you. I know. I just talked to you today. I got a call myself on an apartment. By the way, if you guys are looking for an apartment at all, because you can't buy, I have one. I'm going to tell you about that here in the show, but a little bit later here. But these are absolutely wonderful programs for people to go ahead and get into buy a home, and so many people just make the assumption that they cannot qualify, they can't buy, they think they got a bad credit score or something's not right. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, you don't know unless you try. And we can make this really simple, not drawn out. It's a simple phone call. Just bounce a few questions off of Renee, and she'll be able to answer that information for you to tell you exactly where you stand. It's really nothing hard about it. Give her 5 minutes of your time. Isn't that about right?
Exactly.
Really, 5 minutes of your time. We are so good at asking the right kinds of questions to know whether we can help you actually buy a home. And you know what? In your long run, it's much wiser for you to own a home, as we are going to discuss here today, than it is for you to rent a home, because you're going to guarantee your payment a whole lot more. And it's the only investment, yes, you guys, investment, that you can sleep in and make money. How about that? It's the only one you can sleep in and know that you're making money.
And start the investment in yourself by making the phone call.
Absolutely. So again, you know what? I said in the earlier part of the show here that there's a class that's coming up called What You Need to Know to Buy a Home. Go to our sister website, redrocksinstitute.com. Check that particular class. I think that's around the 19th or something like that there. Check that out. I know there'll probably be another one offered in March there. But if you really want to know what it takes to go ahead and own a home in today's market, and you're a little bit new to the game, or you have questions, that's where you want to go. What you need to know to buy a home. All right, you can also call me. 719-321-7600. I'm happy to talk to you. It's really what I do best. And also visit the website Colorado Springs besthomes.com and use your mouse to find a house right there on anytime, day or night. You can do it in your PJs, whatever it is you're looking to do. It's on your dime. Go to Colorado Springs besthomes.com. Get your pen and paper ready, because we've got Property Showcase coming up right now, and we'll be right back.